Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Nelson, you're watching Nature Nell, and if you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by today. It's an important one. Really short video, but I wanted to do this so you guys could kind of see step by step what I do to spray fungicide and what I use and how much I mix. So this is my go-to fungicidal powder that I like to buy, Banrot. It's really good. It's systemic. It works in the molecular level of the plant. It stays inside the plant for a while. And when you use this, it's not like other fungicides that are non-systemic that you have to keep spraying. This one you spray once, and at least from my own personal knowledge, you spray once and it should take care of the situation. Now, in an extreme cold weather that we had plus raining, you may want to repeat this a week after you do it, just to make sure. For some of you that want to, like make sure you want to eradicate any fungus, you can repeat it a week after. I'm going to do it this week. I'm going to sit and wait and watch. I'm going to talk to Chris, my friends at Ophies, to see what they think, if it should be a second application. And if it is, I will let you guys know. But for now, we're going to do its first application. Now, if you've been following the videos, we just did a Epsom salt application to make sure that we strengthen those leaves. That way it doesn't start turning yellow on you due to this horrible cold snap that we had. So we got that done 2 days ago. Now 2 days later, we're going to do the fungicide as I promised. Now with fungicide, you should wear gloves, long sleeve. This is my trusty long sleeve green shirt that I wear every time I'm going to spray insecticide or fungicide. And you have to wear a mask. I hate wearing this because it's Darth Vader, but you have to wear it because you don't want to intake. And the thing about Banrot is you don't smell the fumes as much as other fungicides. So you think everything's okay and you're breathing this stuff in, and it's not good for your lungs. Now, some people are good at spraying without inhaling and they do it without this stuff. I'm not going to take my chances. Neither will my cats. If I do see my cats coming back here, I will have to stop what I'm doing, put them away, and then after I'm done spraying everything, I rinse thoroughly everything on the ground. You don't want any dishes that have water. If you have pets, you don't want any of the dishes lying around. You don't want anything that collects water that they may go and drink. And also the ground, you don't want to leave that around the concrete floor, because cats and dogs, they do like to lick the floor. I've seen them do it. It's weird. But when you're doing fungicide, make sure you take those precautions, because it could easily go south if you don't. So anyways, I'm going to show you guys. I'm not going to wear it while I mix now because I'm actually going to be talking. So I'm going to try to do it in a way that I'm not inhaling the fumes. So anyways, as I said, I put down on my videos when I talk about certain products. Now I'm tagging products. So if you guys want to shop the same products I'm getting, or even products that I find to be even better than what I'm using, I'll put them on there in the tagged products, and you guys can go directly and order from there. And when you do, you're also helping the channel, which is a perk that YouTube has given me, and I haven't used it. But anyways, since you guys ask so much, what do you use, what brand, where do you get it, I'm going to start doing that to make it easier for you. So we talked about Banrot, we talked about my 2-gallon Roundup sprayer, which is great. Now, I'm not a big fan of only because I grow organic crops, and usually Roundup products, don't get me wrong, they are good. They do what they say they're going to do. They're very toxic. And so since I grow fruits here, I don't like to use the product per se on my crops. I do use it sometimes on our sidewalk, which is away from all the trees, to get all the weed out. But their sprayer, excellent. So far, it's an excellent sprayer. So I have a 1 teaspoon measuring spoon right here. And you're gonna want to make sure that when you put it, I don't know if that's even, yeah, there we go. When you put it in there, it's flat. You don't want a mountain of it, okay? So it's 2 to a gallon, and there's 2 gallons here. So we're gonna add 4. Believe it or not, I'm holding my breath while I do this. You don't want to put this in your lungs, trust me. It's a great product, works wonderful, but just because it's great doesn't mean it's not going to be dangerous to your health. All right, so we fill it up. And this is what I like to do, guys. You can fill it up, I would say about this much. Let me see, about there. I'm gonna get the topper. And so because it's lighter right now, you want to dissolve all that powder. It's very fine powder. It's like almost like a flour, but it can clump in the water, and you don't want that for many reasons. Number one, you want to get the full dosage, and number two, you don't want to clog in the hose inside. I really shake it. I want to make sure it dissolves completely. Now remember, if you're going to pull this out and you're not wearing your mask, don't be so close to it, because you just shook it and all those fumes are in there. Whew. Normally I will do this with the mask on, but because I'm talking, you would not even hear a word I'm saying. I am risking my lungs for you. And I do wear a hat when I do this because I don't even want this stuff falling on my hair. The best thing to do is wear a hazmat suit, but it's a little too much. All right. We are ready to go. I'm going to put on my mask. Perfect. I'm going to put on my mask and I'll see you on the other side.
All right, guys, Luke. I am your father.
All right, so you see, I already did this one section here, and it took me what, 2-3 minutes? And what you want to do is you want to soak everything, especially vandas. You want to hit them from top to bottom, get those roots, get those leaves. Vandas are the most prone to get fungus during these type of winter snaps and hard rainy seasons. So you want to hit your vandas more so than the other orchids. Not saying to disregard your other orchids, but you want to really soak your vandas because those are the ones that suffer the most. At least in my own experience, what I've seen in the past, they tend to yellow the most. So you want to focus mostly on your vandas and then continue on to the bottom. So as you see, I covered this whole space here in about 2 minutes. So within an hour, I should be done doing everything. Now, I'm not going to step and repeat everything because it would be redundant as much as I would like to make this a longer video. But this is just for you guys out there that did suffer through the cold winter or have had questions on what do you do after, you know, what happens now that we can bring our orchids out. Well, now's when you start hitting them with the best things you can hit them to strengthen them and to bring them back to health. So is this 100%? No, nothing is, but it does help a lot from losing your orchids or having a disaster in your greenhouse of just yellow leaves. So today's the fungicide, and in 2 to 3 days later, maybe more, I'll probably wait a week, I will do a full feeding and I'll do a video on that. Now, I don't know if I should take this video, which is probably what I'll do. That's what I'll do. I'll do one video with the fungicide and then the feeding. I may do that, and that way it could be a longer video and you'll get to see more of what I do after the aftermath. All right, my friends, I went back inside after I was done and freshened up, came right out here. I'm kind of rushing everything today. I'm doing this in between projects and things that I have to do, but it's something that is necessary because once the orchids go through such a stress like they went this season, it's always good to be precaution and to be preventative and to spray with the necessary things that you need in order to keep them from getting yellow or getting any other kind of related weather stress. So I'm going to give you now a very quick synopsis of everything I've done in case you're still a little bit confused. You know, I've been doing it in parts, so there's several different videos. Aside from the fact of cleaning this whole area really, really well and disinfecting and just killing 99.9% of the bacteria in here with good bleach, that is just a starter. Once you bring everything in, you have to pre-soak your orchids. Make sure everything is nice and hydrated before you start anything. Because in my case, they were inside my workshop for almost, I would say, a week and a half, maybe a little under that, during the severe cold weather. So they had no water whatsoever. Brought them out, make sure I hydrated everything, pre-soaked it. Then I go and I can start. You can do either Epsom first or fungicide first. There really isn't, it all depends on how your orchids look. I did notice that my orchids were kind of starting to yellow in some of the leaves, so I hit it with Epsom salt, 2 teaspoons per gallon, and I drenched the entire plant. You can go back to the video and see it. I drench it from top to bottom, as Dr. Martin Mote says. Listen to the trickle hitting the concrete, because that means you're hitting it strong enough. You know, when you're hitting your vandas or your other orchids, if you drench them well, you'll start hearing the drip in the concrete, and that's a good sign. It's almost like frying chicken. I don't know if anybody knows about this. My family, they're Cuban, so when they fry chicken, they say, you know by the sound when it's ready. So, and that's how I do bacon. You know by the sound, to get that nice, perfect crispy. So anyway, I digress. We do 2 teaspoons of Epsom salt per gallon of water, drenched all your orchids from top to bottom, including roots and everything. Then you wait 2 days after that. Let them dry out. Then you hit it with fungicide. I use Banrot because it's a systemic fungicide that targets the molecular level of the plant, so that way it's not just sitting on the surface of the plant, it's actually in the cell of the plant. So it allows it to really work through the plant and get rid of any fungus that it's getting. I did notice while I was spraying, I would have shown you guys, but there's certain leaves. Let me see if I find anything. I don't see now. Well, something like this could be fungus. See? Where are you? See all those little dots? That could be fungus. It doesn't necessarily mean it is, but most of the time it is. So it's very important that you do this after heavy weather, because that fungus is terrible. It could start as a little micro dot and just spread like wildfire. So once you do your fungicide, now you're gonna wait a whole week. I like to wait 7 days. So today is Tuesday. I would say next Monday, I'll probably do my feeding. And my feeding, you'll find it's 20-20-20, kelp, and super thrive. And I will show you that whole entire thing. I was gonna add it to this video, but you know what? It's gonna be a while, and I'm sure you guys need to do the fungicide ASAP. So I'm gonna just release this video. It's gonna be a really short one, but it's an important one for you guys. Speaking of my kids, I had to put the little girl, she's right here now. I had to put her away. As soon as I started spraying, she came to hang out with me. So she was in the terrace the whole entire time. Right, Mama? Come here. Come here, Mama. Say hi to your fans. She is always here trying to be part of this whole project. But you know, I love them too much to have them here when I'm spraying. But as I said before, I like to spray the whole entire concrete floor after I finish spraying, make it thoroughly wet, and make sure that I spray everything away from the concrete, because not that she's gonna lick the concrete, but let's say she starts playing with a leaf or something on the floor and that may have some overspray, it can make her sick. Not necessarily kill her, because it's, I mean, she would have to swallow a bunch of it, but it can make her sick. And she's too beautiful to be sick, right, Mama? With her little legs sticking out. She's my huntress. So anyways, next week on Monday, I will have a video for you guys on feeding. In between that, I will be going to the Boca show, which is, I believe, on the 14th. Is that next weekend? Wow, time is flying already. I believe next Sunday is the Boca. Now, like I said, I'm gonna try to see how I do this, because right now I'm sort of like tied to my business, and I'm trying to add more days instead of missing so many to do these videos, so I can offset some of the expenses that I'm on these videos and make them at work. So I may be going a little bit later than I normally go to the shows, but I will be going for sure. So next Sunday, I don't know if I can do it Saturday. I'm gonna try Saturday. I have a busy day Saturday, but if not Sunday, for sure I'll be at the Boca show. It's from the 13th through the 13th and 14th, it's Saturday and Sunday. I don't think it's Friday. If it is, I'm sorry guys. At the end of this video, you will see the ads for the shows and other shows upcoming, so you can get all your information there. So that's it. That's all I want to talk about today. Even though it's a short video, everything kind of looks really good and stable. And like I said, don't let that fool you, because in several weeks, it's happened to me before, that everything looks great and I go, I made it. And then a week later, yellow comes in, and it comes with a vengeance. It's like all over the place. And I just had a really bad yellowing episode a couple of seasons ago due to the heavy rains, and when this crazy thing broke down and wet all my orchids for days. So I want to keep it stable. All right, guys. Again, thank you so much for you guys that donated to my super thanks, and the ones who become a member. I will have more membership episodes coming soon. I'm trying to do, once I get over all this, I'm trying to do a nice mounting video for the tamarind wood. I always forget the name, because I want to say guava, because I also have guava wood. All right, guys. Thank you for all of you super fans. Thank you for all of you guys that leave comments. You have no idea how much that helps my channel. And hit the like button. The like is very important. It's not because I need to see how many people like my videos. I know it comes across that way. So you guys that don't know too much about the YouTube functions, and when you guys hit like, it adds algorithms to my videos. So when let's say somebody says, oh, you know what, I want to search for videos on orchids on Google, my videos will be probably one of the top ones that they'll show. So that means you guys, in an indirect way, are actually helping my channel grow. So when I tell you guys hit the like button, It's for a big reason, not for my ego. All right. That's it. I am Nelson. You're watching Nature Now. And remember to always, always keep it green and clean and safe and away from all fungus. See you next time.